วัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับผม
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone is welcome to join. We will start with our first participant, which happens to be Professor Ken from Switzerland. Hi, how are you?
Good afternoon, Ajaan. I'm fine, thank you. Are you well?
Yes, yeah, everything's okay.
Good.
Everything is normal. Getting sick is normal. So getting well should be normal also.
Yeah, I've been a little bit sick the last few days, so that's normal.
That's normal, yeah. There's nothing abnormal. Anything that happens should be considered to be normal.
Yeah. So yeah, my practice is going. Sorry, Ajaan?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, my practice is going slowly but surely, I think. And I find it very, very helpful to have a definite routine every day, which is very supportive. So making slow progress, but going okay.
You are on your leave right now, right?
Yeah, it's almost finished. It finishes at the end of January, which is tomorrow.
Oh, really?
So,
and you have to go back and teach again?
Yeah, after the middle of February, it's the new semester. I'll be teaching a bit, but I'm reducing my commitments at the moment. So
don't you have a mandatory age of retirement?
Yeah, 65, which is another 5 years. Another 5 years.
Okay.
I can go early, but I'll see about that.
Yeah.
I'm moving step by step.
Good. So you don't have any question tonight?
No questions tonight, Ajaan. Just a brief report on practice. Thank you.
Just keep up with your practice. Don't stop unless you cannot really do it. If you can do it, you should keep up with your practice.
Okay, Ajaan.
All right. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Next, Alvin from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajaan. Ajaan, I was just reading your book. I think I find very interesting that you mentioned the food for the mind, the dana, sila, samadhi, and panya. Never thought of that. Thanks, Ajaan.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah.
Good. Titima from Bangkok.
ค่ะนมัสการค่ะอาจารย์ Don't have any question ค่ะ
Okay. Claudia from Switzerland. Are you from Biel also?
Good afternoon, Ajaan. I'm from Basel.
Basel, okay.
Yes. But I have been in Biel some days ago for a visit to see the city. It's not too far away. It's about 90 minutes by train, maybe. Not too far.
Good.
Yeah. So I will start a new job in 2 days, but I will be very self-reliant. So this means that I keep much time left for my practice. I will start at the Red Cross and take care of sick children, but I'm very self-reliant and I'm on duty. So this means that I can also plan enough time for my meditation, because I found out that it's very good for my mind to be here in quiet Switzerland. And I realized that my equanimity is getting stronger. So equanimity always was my big problem. And I already realized that meditation and being in this very calm environment helps me to stay more calm in situations, and that I can accept things I was not able to accept before. But of course, it still must increase. So it's going to be better, but of course, I still need a lot of practice. And
Yes,
yeah.
you have to do mindfulness. Mindfulness is the cause for your equanimity to arise.
Yeah.
So you can try to use mindfulness all day long in your every activity. Just keep focused on what you do. Don't let your mind go elsewhere. And you will be more calm and more still. And you will react less. So you have more equanimity.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Try to use all the time the spare time that you have, the free time that you have for meditation, for mindfulness.
Yeah, it's very helpful to do that. Yeah, and also the translation of Thanachan's biography helps me a lot. So right now I felt such a joy when I was translating the part where Venerable Ajahn Mahaboa was writing about Thanachan's place in the mountain, and where when he wrote how calm and peaceful it is in the mountains at where Thanachan lived. And
Yeah.
I had it right in my mind how peaceful it must be, and I felt like goosebumps. It was such a beautiful part to translate. I felt so much joy, and it's also an inspiration to go more and more to the Dhammapala monastery and also spend time there when the days get longer. So it's also a very good inspiration to do the translation.
Yes, very good. Reading Dhamma books or translating can give you more knowledge. And with the knowledge, it can give you more inspiration, more faith, more sattha.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Good. Okay. You have any question tonight?
No, thank you. Just listening.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll go to Jordan, now in Bangkok. I see in parentheses.
Good evening,
when
Thanajan.
When did you get here?
I got here this morning.
How long the flight was?
It was 16 hours from Vancouver.
Straight to
Yeah.
Bangkok, non-stop.
Yeah, yeah. So Toronto to Vancouver, and then right away on the plane to Bangkok. Yeah. So
you get jet lag now?
Yeah, I think I will. I'm probably I don't know. My body's a little confused.
It should be morning for you. Now
Yeah,
it's
that's
evening
right.
here.
Yeah.
You should be getting up, not going to sleep.
Right. I won't be confused when I'm saying good morning or good evening to you now.
Yeah, we're in the same time zone now.
Yes. Today I went. I had to go and take some pictures for the consulate, I guess, and for the visa. And when I went into the passport photo office, there was a big picture of Lungta Mahabua behind the desk on the wall. And I felt like I was in the right place.
In the right company.
Yeah,
Good.
so happy. Yeah. So
Okay, you got anything to say or ask?
not tonight. Thank you very much. So happy to be here. Yeah.
How's your dad feeling after you left?
I think he was happy to hear that I arrived safely, but he was sad that I was. It was a difficult.
He's here tonight, so he's listening.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So you can ask him.
Say hello to him. Hello, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Ajaan.
Okay. I'll go to Brazil now, to Sao Paulo. Hi, Alfredo.
Hi, Bante.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Meditation.
Ubeka. Always Ubeka.
Yes. But yes. Inducent upeka, Bante. Not the real upeka.
I see. You have to meditate to get to real Ubeka.
Oh, yes. Absorption.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have anything to say or ask tonight?
Oh, Bante. I think with the time passing the time, I think the Dhamma is not more strong, but it looks like the Dhamma is not so strong. Is the mind with is the mind not pure, né, Bante?
Yeah, you still have defilement. You still have
Yes.
kilesa.
Yes,
So your
the
mind
kilesa
makes your
is
mind
very
weak.
strong. Yes.
Makes your mind weak.
Yes.
So you have to practice mindfulness and insight or wisdom to get rid of your defilement. Then your mind will become strong, like a stone, like a rock.
Yes. Yes. It looks like that I don't have a lot of friends, Buddhist friends, né, but to talk about Dhamma. My friends talk about other things, not Dhamma, né, but
Yes,
I think this.
People who practice Dhamma or follow the Dhamma teaching is like horn on the buffalo. There's only 2 horns on the buffalo. But people who doesn't practice is like the what you call the hair on the body of the buffalo. There are many of them. So it's normal to not be able to have friends who practice Dhamma. That's why you have to come in here. See, we all practice Dhamma here.
Yes.
We are your friend now. Whether you like it or not.
Yes. Me is my friend. Yes, Bante.
Okay.
Very good.
All right. Good to see you.
Good.
Next, San Yu and Chi and Xin Yi from China.
可以开到 Lombo, yeah. I just translate with you talking about with the students. I translate to my friend Shen Yu. Yeah, thank you. Your teaching. We are in the what yet?
Yes. Is she from Taiwan?
She's from China.
Oh, from China also.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any question?
Do you have any question? Oh, 暂时没有. Yeah. She don't have any questions. 就是越来越平静. She feel practice meditation is getting calm, peaceful. Before she have a lot of kilesa worries.
Mhm.
Yeah, so now it's getting better. Same my mind. When I first time come here last November, I have a lot of headaches. Now they are gone, disappear. So I
Good,
have a lot
good.
of metta. Thank you, Lombo.
Okay.
And tonight I have one question. So it's about my manner. Consist. I separate the manner, have a good part and the bad part. I fear I don't want to change some manner. I feel is a good part. It's like sometimes I don't like to cloud. I like a quiet. So I hide myself in the meditation hall. So I consist to be alone. So I don't know. So just ask Lombo, should I separate the manner for good parts or bad parts?
Well, you keep the good part and you eliminate the bad part.
Sure.
To be alone is good. It's a good thing to do. So
Thank you.
To associate, to socialize is not good to do because it can hinders your practice. So try to be alone as much as possible, but you should not be antisocial. Do not be social, but don't be antisocial. If you have to socialize sometime out of necessity, then you should do it. But when you don't have to, then you should not socialize. You should seek seclusion, be alone as much as possible. But in the world we live in, sometimes we have to meet people, do things with people. When we have to do, then do it.
I got it, Lombo. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, good.
And another thing, we would like to apologize because we don't know the schedule for your Dhamma talk. Last Sunday, 1 p.m. we miss your Dhamma talk. So sorry for that. We will join the next time.
It's 2 p.m., not 1 p.m.
Oh, 2 p.m.
2 to 3 in Thai.
This Sunday?
It's this Friday we have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday is Buddhist Observance Day, holiday also.
2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Okay.
2 to 4, 2 to 3:30.
We will join. Thank you, Lombo.
Okay, good. Next, Kok Seng from Singapore.
Yeah, good evening, Ajaan. I think Emily may have informed you I have already booked my tickets to go to Wat Yen for retreat in March. So, Ajaan, so may I just check with you from now to my departure for Wat Yen? So, do you have any instructions for me in my preparation for the retreats?
No, nothing to tell you unless you something you want to ask me.
Okay. My only concern is the 1 meal per day. So yeah, I'm a bit concerned. That's all.
Well, shouldn't kill you. You know, people, monks in the temple all eat 1 meal a day, and they're still healthy and strong. So you shouldn't worry about that.
Okay.
Some monks even fast for a few days, or some lay practitioner also fast. There's one lady who fasts for 7 days. Every time she comes to the temple, she will eat 1 week and fast 1 week. Yeah. So fasting is good for your meditation. You should not be afraid of it. You should look at it as a friend, as a helper. Fasting helps your meditation practice, make your mind calm easily and not sleepy or lazy. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
All right. I'll go to Trevor now from Toronto. So now you have to go away from your son.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, good morning, Ajaan. Very, very happy to see you. It's nice to see my son too when in these meetings. It's an extra bonus. What can I say? He said I was sad to see him go, but honestly, I'm so happy to get my couch back. I'm sitting on it now. There's no more sleeping bag and clothes and pillows and but no, truthfully, it's the apartment it feels very, very empty without him, and he took a big piece of my heart when he went. But he's leading the way, for everyone here back home, and he left me a library of books, which I'm going through and trying to catch up with them. Very grateful to him for introducing me to you and to Dhamma. And lastly, the meditation, and especially walking meditation, is helping me, deal with the pain and helping me to let go. And of course, I'm planning a trip over to visit him sometime soon. But the mustard seed story keeps coming back, about the woman who
yes, who cling to a baby.
Yeah, and it's just one example of how the books are helping me. So no questions today. I'll just listen in for the rest of the meeting. Thanks.
Okay, good. All right. Maybe one day you'll come over and visit your son.
Yes.
Okay. Well, next we'll go to Germany. Veda. Hi, Veda. Is this your first time to join us? Oh, I'm sorry your voice doesn't come through. Something wrong with your audio. Okay. Yeah, something seems to come through now. Can you speak? Can you talk? Can you say something?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, okay.
Okay. So my voice is probably not going to be much better because it's a little bit, how to say, damaged through a very strong cold right now. But I'm very grateful to be here for the teachings.
Do you have any question?
Not right now.
Okay. Maybe later, if you have, you can ask later on, okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll go to Bangkok to B. Ravin.
Hi, good evening to you, Ajaan. Good to see you again.
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you. Quite busy with work and studies, but
Your internet connection seems to come on and off. Now you freeze. I'll go to somebody else. I'll come back to you later when your connection is better, okay? I'll go to Rajit from Delhi. You've been away for a few weeks.
Yes, good evening, Ajaan. It feels very good to be back and very, very good to see you.
Yes, good to see you too. What can I do for you tonight?
Well, I have a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
Well, the first is about living with religious tolerance in a society where there are very few Buddhists. And as I'm learning about Theravada Buddhism and some history, also, I get some knowledge about how badly it has been treated in India in the past, to the extent that it has completely disappeared from here. So sometimes it upsets me very much. And yes, so basically we have to coexist, and how does one maintain a level of religious tolerance?
Well, like you say, we have to live together and we have to respect each other's faith. That's all. If you want to believe something, go ahead. As long as what you believe doesn't hurt other people.
Right, Ajahn.
But people sometimes are dogmatic and they sometimes become intolerant because they're afraid of the other people's religion, not understanding the religion, so makes them become afraid. And once they're afraid, they become protective of themselves. But if one just accept that we all have different beliefs and we could live together as long as we don't hurt each other. That's the main thing. You cannot change other people though. If they don't like you, you cannot stop them. But you are better than them, so you should be able to tolerate them. Buddhism teaches us to have metta, friendliness, treat everybody as a friend, give them happiness, don't hurt them, forgive them if they mistreat you. This is the quality of metta. The Buddha said metta is what keeps the world going. Without metta, the world will be in ruin. People will start killing each other. So I think it's basically come down to the lack of metta. And usually due to ignorance, don't have the teaching from an enlightened person. Okay, what's the next question?
The next question is about the worldly dhammas, Ajahn. And as a lay person who's trying to practice, these worldly dhammas, they keep multiplying, all these conditions of, being well off and not being well off, and happiness and sorrow, having a good reputation or a bad reputation. Well, how to deal with this? And because, these things do cause quite a lot of disturbance. And if I can ask, how much is it, as a layperson practicing, how much progress should one expect? It should not become something that makes one feel frustrated. So,
If your mind can become calm, then your reliance on the worldly dhammas will be less. Yeah. But if your mind is not calm, not peaceful, then your reliance on the worldly dhamma will be more due to your cravings, your desire. Because the worldly dhamma can also give you happiness, but at the same time, it will also give you suffering or dukkha or sadness, because they're not reliable. They can come and go, and they are not under your control. So it's better try not to rely on the worldly dhamma by trying to do more meditation practice. And when you have more happiness from your meditation practice, then you will rely less on the worldly dhamma. If you can fully rely on your meditation practice for your source of happiness, then you don't have to have the worldly dhamma at all. They can come and go as they like, and it won't bother you, it won't disturb you, because you don't rely on them for your happiness. So meditation is an alternative source of happiness, spiritual happiness, better than the happiness from the worldly dhamma. The Buddha said the happiness from a calm mind excel all types of happiness, all kinds of happiness. So concentrate your time to do meditation as much as possible. Then one day you will not have to rely on the worldly dhamma for your source of happiness. Okay, understand?
Yes, Ajahn.
Anything else?
Thank you, Ajahn. Right now, this is
Okay, you're welcome.
quite a lot.
Okay, I'll go back to B again. B, how are you doing this time? How's your connection?
Can you hear me clearly, Prajan?
Yes, okay.
Oh, great. Yeah, so I was just listening to your conversation on just reflecting on the world, and I can't help but notice that the world is much harder place to live in nowadays than it was 20, 30 years ago. And I feel that the reason for that is because there's more material objects, more desires, more attractions in the world, which cause people to lose sight of, mindfulness. And sometimes there's more fighting, more conflicts amongst each other. So it just comes for me to reflect that, the Buddha once said that Buddhism will last for around 5,000 years before it disappears. So is that something that is, it seems to be more of a reality now? At first, when I heard about it, I didn't think much about it's going to happen, but now I just feel that, less and less people are mindful. So that's just my reflection.
Yes, the more developed the material is, then the less the decline of morality and meditation practice. They are on the opposite side. The more you develop material things, then the less you will develop on the morality and meditation side. But you don't have to worry about other people, just worry about yourself. You're lucky, you understand the teaching of the Buddha and how important it is for you to follow his teaching. So just follow his teaching and you'll be okay. But everybody else, it's up to them. If they want to go after material thing, that's their choice.
So it goes back to the 3 characteristics of existence, where everything is impermanent and we cannot control anything else but ourselves. So it just need to to let go and focus on ourselves only.
Yes, focus on the kind of happiness you can control. Meditation, the happiness from meditation you can control. You can keep with you wherever you go. But material thing, you don't take it with you when you die. And maybe you lose them before you even die. Sometimes you go into bankruptcy.
Yes, I read a simile in a sutta somewhere where I think it was a saying that if you receive something, think of it as being lost at the start. So when you lose it, you don't feel sad about it.
That's right. They come so that you will lose them. If you don't have them, then you won't lose them, right?
Yes.
They are here for you to lose them. So be happy when they go away. Actually, when they come, they can become a problem because then you have to look after them, see. But when you don't have them, then you don't have to look after them. You don't have to worry about them.
We have something to lose.
Mm-hmm. When you got nothing to lose, right? That's the saying goes.
Yes. Sometimes simple is better.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to overcomplicate our lives.
That's because of your cravings, your delusion, thinking the more you have, the happier you will be. I heard some rich people have 5,000 limousine. I don't know why they want to have 5,000 limousine for. When they ride, they only ride one at a time. They don't ride 5,000 at the same time.
Yes. Or pairs of shoes, clothes, all of those things. Yes, Prajan.
That's why there's a saying, small is beautiful. Buddhism is teaching small is beautiful. To have less is beautiful than to have more. Just have enough for your existence. That's all you need. Because the more you have, the more worries you have with it. The more you have to look after it. So try to live simple. Just have a couple, 2 or 3 sets of clothing. That's enough for you. You only wear 1 set at a time. So the other 2 or 3 sets you can, use as a backup or for watching.
So it's like where monks are only allowed 3 or 4 sets of robes, right? They cannot keep like 7 or 8.
3 pieces of robe. They can keep if they like. If they're given, they can keep. But they're recommended to just keep the minimum. Have the minimum. Because the more you have, the more responsibility you have to look after them. You have to wash more. Okay. Anything else?
Not for now. Thank you, Prajan.
Okay. Go to Malaysia. Philip?
Ajaan. Don't have a specific question specifically, but just from the monastic practice, I mean, if you can answer, I understand that when monks wash their bowls, if there's accidentally scratch, they have to re-cure the bowl in a way. Why is that practice still been practiced? I mean, you can't scratch the bowl or something like that.
Well, the reason is partly because when you have to be careful, you are being mindful, see.
Okay.
So we don't want to be sloppy in whatever we do. So we want to be careful. By being careful, we are having mindfulness. We are developing mindfulness at the same time.
Okay. It's not anything to do with hygiene, or afraid of it getting rusted, or and become poisonous.
Well, that's the old type of bowl. The metal bowl before was not stainless steel. They're ordinary steel, and they can get rusted if there is some water, some moisture cling to the surface. So usually they have to prepare this bowl by bake them in a fire so that they form a skin to cover the metal. But this skin is very brittle, very sensitive. If you scratch it, you can break off the skin and then allow the water or the moisture to go into the metal. So this was before, when there was no stainless steel bowl, but nowadays we have stainless steel bowl, so it doesn't get any rust. But we still practice the carefulness of looking after the bowl. That's a way of developing mindfulness. Everything we do, we have to be mindful or careful. Same thing. Being careful is being mindful.
Okay.
Okay.
There's about it. Just out of curiosity, why? Thank you, Danja. No more questions.
Okay, good. Next, Lillian from Bangkok, Malaysian living in Bangkok.
Good evening, Ajaan. No questions today. Just want to listen to the questions from other people today.
Okay, so go to New Zealand now with Anura, and I can't remember your name now. Ramya. Sorry.
Good evening, Ajaan. After a long time, so
Yeah, been a while.
Yeah, because close to 7-8 weeks, we went to Sri Lanka with our families. So, and then after we got back, we got sick, and then now we fully recovered. So it's good to see you. And
it's also
now we are
late at night for you, early in the morning for you.
Yeah, 2:40 in the morning.
Yeah.
So now we are we are visiting Thailand. So we are planning to pay respect to you, Ajaan, and participate in the Pindapat and listen to your Dhamma in 2 weeks' time. So we are getting prepared for that. Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of pilgrimage. Yeah.
You plan to do some pilgrimage in Thailand?
Yes, Ajaan. So we go with travel with the group. So I think we first go to Wat Yan and see you first, and travel around Thailand and see, pay respect to Kru Bhajans and listen to them. We are planning to stay at Ajaan Ganna Monastery for several days, and then Ajaan Noom I think it's San. So we are planning to stay one night. So yeah.
Are you coming in a group?
Yes, Ajaan. Yeah. So this group is from Australia, from Perth, mainly around Ajaan Brahms Monastery associated. All our Dhamma friends, we have a very good Dhamma friends. So yeah, quite looking forward to that, to see you in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Actually, we see each other in person now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Yeah.
Okay. You have any question?
No question, but only comment about the previous having goods, having so many things. I think it's a curse if you have so many things. It's not helping. It's a curse that someone can have, is to have everything in the world. So there's a lot of rich people. I see how they suffer. So I think it's a curse to have too much.
Yeah. All we need just to exist or to survive, really.
Yeah, true.
More than that, it doesn't do you any good.
Yeah.
Okay. Any
Yeah, no,
question
thank you,
from
Tanajan.
Ramya?
Okay, no problem.
I was thinking what one of Ajaan's comments saying, see the arahants within you, not the arahant outside. Can you please explain it a bit? I can have some idea.
Arahant outside.
Not the arahant outside. See the arahant within you.
Oh, that's our goal, to become enlightened. See? When we become fully enlightened, we become arahants ourselves. But before we can do that, we have to go look for the arahant outside to teach us how to do it. You need to go to the Buddha or his noble disciple to learn the Noble Eightfold Path, to know the practice, how to practice, to know the Four Noble Truths and the three characteristics of existence. Without the outside arahant, we would never know these things, because nobody else in the world knows these things. So we need to go look for the outside arahant for instruction. Once we know what we have to do, then we have to keep on practicing. And then eventually one day when our mind becomes fully enlightened, then we will have the arahant within ourselves. Okay.
Thank you, Tanajan.
All right.
Thank you, Tanajan.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
teaching. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Next, we'll go to Indonesia. Intan, where have you been? You've been away or so, huh? What can I do for you?
Ajahn, I want to ask you, in Karaniya Metta Sutta and Kandaparita have a sentence, beings will be rebirth and not yet rebirth. What is mean?
Well, rebirth usually means born as a human being. And if you if you're not born as a human being, then you have to be a spiritual being instead. Maybe be a deva or be a preta, depends on your good or bad karma. Okay, understand?
Okay.
So actually it means human and non-human beings. Those who are born are human beings. Those who are not yet born are non-human beings. Okay. All right. I'll go to Dubai now with Apalajita.
Good evening, Ajahn.
You back in Dubai now?
Yes, I came back last Thursday. So, yes.
Good. How was your trip? Enjoyable?
Very good. It was very nice to visit so many places of Buddha's life, and definitely it builds faith. It was also interesting that after having met so many wonderful people, and I think then you come back and you realize everybody doesn't all think like that, which is okay. But the contrast is clear. And I thought I'd come back and probably share with my friends, oh, this happened, that happened. And strangely, I haven't wanted to, and I don't even know what to say. So I feel a little reclusive. But I suppose that's okay.
Well, actually, it's the more personal thing. This is
Yes.
not something you go brag about.
Yeah.
You want to tell people who's interested to know. But if they're not interested, then there's no need for you to tell them anything.
Yeah, I guess that's it. So now, yeah, so I think it's just about sitting with it and aligning my life here a bit more with clarity. And yeah. Any suggestions, advice, Rajan, that you can give me
On what?
on how to continue developing?
Well, do more. Do more. Do more dana, do more sila, do more bhavana.
Okay.
If you keep the precepts, if you keep the 5, maybe you can increase to the 8 on some occasion. Maybe if you cannot yet practice every day, then maybe find some occasion to do the 8 precept. Yeah. Just keep intensify your practice, do more, because this is what you need to do in order to get to the destination. More dana, more sila, and more bhavana. Okay. Can you do that?
Yes, I'm going to determine to do that. Yes.
Yeah. Like maybe once a week, keep the 8 precept instead of the 5 precept. On other days, keep the 5 precept, and on one special day, on the day that it's convenient for you, then you can keep the 8 precept. Usually, the day when you don't have to work or have to deal with people or things, when you have time for yourself, then you can keep the 8 precepts and maybe do a lot of meditation and mindfulness practice on that day. Because once you keep the 8 precepts, you're not allowed to watch television or entertainment and things like that. So then you will have plenty of time to meditate and develop mindfulness. You'll find the result more profound or more obvious if your practice is continuous, like all day long, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Try to practice mindfulness and alternating with sitting meditation, walking meditation, reading Dhamma books, and just keep the 8 precepts. Don't do anything that the precept don't allow you to do. Then you find your practice is going faster, closer to the goal. And if you find it useful, maybe next time you want to increase to 2 days a week, 3 days a week, and more. Eventually, you want to do it every day. Give up everything else and take the path full time. Follow the path full time. All right?
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go to California, Stalin, Southern California. Which county are you in? Orange County?
No, I'm in LA County. LA County in Cerritos. That
LA,
is
Los Angeles
adjoining
County.
Anaheim. Adjoining Anaheim.
Anaheim. Yeah,
Anaheim is where the Disneyland is.
Mhm.
So the city adjoining is Cerritos.
Cerritos, yes, I heard that. I think there are some Thai communities living there in Cerritos.
Oh, it's mostly Asians.
Asian, yes.
Mostly Asian. Thailand, I pass this time right now because I want to continue on what I said at the very end of the Zoom meeting last time, where I said that this world is empty. But I didn't give an explanation as to why I come to that conclusion. So that will take a little bit of time. Therefore, I will come back when everybody else's questions have been answered at the end of the conversation, if you don't mind. With your
Well,
permission.
if you don't take too much time, yes. Why do you need so much time to explain it?
It will take maybe 5 or 7 minutes or something.
Okay,
to
go ahead
explain
and do it now. About 7, we'll let you
Okay.
have 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll try to. The Buddha says to Mogaraja, this is seen in the Sutta Nipata, verse 1119. Mogaraja, look at the world as empty with mindfulness at all times. Uprooting the lingering view of self, get well beyond the range of death. Him who looks upon the world this way, Mara will get no chance to see you. Now, what is this? Buddha did not deny somebody or we seen that there is a world, but he only said, look at the world as empty. So as I understand, which I request you to correct me if I am wrong, what is this emptiness of this world that he talks about? At the same time, he said, yes, you see the world, but look at the emptiness of the world. I think he is talking about the emptiness within. The emptiness within. Now, I bring an example for this. If you look at TV program in the TV, you will see a continuous picture of it. In reality, it is not a continuous picture. There are 12 to 14 frames that are moving up all the time. In between those frames, the TV screen is empty. There is nothing there. It's just total darkness. Then there's the other frame comes, other frame. But we can't catch that because it happens so fast. The only way for us to get some idea of it is if you hold our hand in front of it. If you hold the hand in front of the TV screen without moving, then you see the hand. But if you start moving that hand, depending on the speed with which you move that, you will see a number of trailing hands. That is because of that appearing and disappearance of it. But I like to bring about a better example where you can really see this. I thought I will show it to you with this. If you look at this these beads that are held by this twine that goes through it, you see the space in between these beads. But look what happens when you tighten it. The space disappears. You can't see the space in between. But yet there is space, but you can't see the space. The illusion, the delusion that you get is there is no space between these. So similarly, it is the same thing that happens to us. Applying this to the mind. When a thought arises, conditionally, it arises, and as the Buddha has said, it changes while it is in existence, which is use of the word titassa anyatatta, and then it comes down. So for example, say I, now I get an angry thought. Now Stalin is angry. And as long as that angry thought is there, Stalin has an angry self. Then that thought totally comes to an end. That is the nature of things. Because the Buddha said that yang kinche samudaya dhammang sabbantan nirodha dhammanti. Whatever is of the nature to arise is of the nature to cease. Then there is a gap before the second thought arises. Because the mind can't have two thoughts at the same time. So there is a gap, but this gap can be very minute. It can be a fraction of a second, but yet there is a gap. And then the second thought, I say that thought is a happy thought. Now the self of Stalin is happy. So it goes on like this for thousands, number of times in a day. So there is At one time, the self was telling is happy. Next time, it is angry. Then it is happy, and so forth. So you see that changing self that is occurring. Self is never the same at any moment. It keeps on changing. So how can there be a definite entity called selling that does not change? That is the anatta aspect of it. So what the important factor is that space in between. And just I thought of putting this is exactly what I am referring to. What that I said, it appears, goes down, there is that gap, and then it appears, goes down. Now, this gap, within this gap, there are no thoughts. There is no self, there is no capital I, there is no internal world, or there is an external world. So at that point, the world is empty.
Okay, is that it? Somehow your sound doesn't come through.
It's freezing now. Okay.
Okay, thank you for your commentary, and I hope our listener can make use of it. Okay, I think your connection is bad. It doesn't. Your visual is frozen, so I'll go to the next person. Go to Varit.
Good evening, พระอาจารย์
Are you still in Japan?
Yeah, staying in Kyoto right now. So last week was the snowing around here. Yes.
Very cold, huh?
Cold, but not about -2 or -1 only. But now it's around 2 or 3 Celsius. It's okay for me. I listen to some of Dhamma and appreciate about to Viharatham. I really appreciate this because no matter where I live, Thai or Japan or other place in the world, Viharatham is a permanent home for me when I listening about this. Something like that, อาจารย์
Okay, good for you.
Guys, that's all today, อาจารย์
Okay, thank you for coming in.
ครับก็ตอบกลับครับ
Okay, we'll go to Toronto now with Piao and Indira.
Hello, good morning from
Good
Toronto.
morning from Toronto, Ajaan. How are you?
Good evening from Thailand.
It's snowing here today.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
We just drove to the office. Yes, it's snowing and it's a little slippery, but this time the winter has been milder, so it's good.
The global warming is coming.
That is not good, but winter being mild is good, Ajaan.
We have a visitor today. Want to introduce my daughter.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Where you come from?
I'm visiting from Sydney, Australia.
Sydney. Oh.
Yeah.
So, are you Dr. Walpola's sister?
Yeah, daughter. Daughter.
Oh, daughter.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So my parents have been telling me a lot about this
How come
session
you-
and how much it's brought them a lot of joy and a lot of wisdom. Yeah, so it's really good. glad to see that this is happening.
She's been to Thailand, Ajaan. She worked there for some time.
Yes, lovely place. I'm hoping to come back with them to visit and see some of the
Where did
monasteries.
where did you work in Bangkok?
I was in 2017, end of 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, where I was at the UN. Yeah. So the UN SCAP there in Bangkok.
SCAP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So you move around the world working in different countries.
A little bit.
Good.
Now we are getting her to sit and meditate.
I'm going to retreat soon, so that'll be good, meditation retreat.
When she goes back to Sydney, she does the one-day retreat with Ajahn Brahm in Sydney.
Yeah, so that'll be excellent.
So how long you usually visited your parents for?
I've now been here close to 2 months, so I took a bit of a long break. I haven't seen them since they visited Australia, but I hadn't been to Canada since 2019 because of COVID. So it's been really lovely to be home. Yeah.
Good. Did you grow up in Toronto?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. You have anything you want to ask?
Anything I want to ask? Oh, not completely come to mind, but I guess any maybe just tips that you have for me to take into my one day of meditation retreat, or other than trying to be mindful, but
yes, meditation is a new source, is another source of happiness you can have.
Yes.
And you can have it within yourself without having to rely on other things to make you happy. All you need is just to calm your mind, still your mind. Then happiness will spring up inside yourself. You don't have to pay, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to eat or drink anything to make you happy. Just meditate.
That's right. Thank you. Some good advice.
Because we don't know what our future will be like when we might not be able to get anything or have anything. Then if we know how to meditate, then we can still be happy.
That's very good. Good point. Yeah, happiness from within. Yeah.
Yes. So try to do it. Learn how to do it. Learn how to create or generate it. Once you know how to create it, bring it about, then you can always do it anytime you want.
That's right. Every day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Once you start doing it, you want to do it every day. You want to keep it up.
Yes, I'm lucky to do with my parents. I've been lucky to do some meditation with my parents. It's been really nice.
Okay.
Together.
Do you also have a family, or you're single?
I have my partner, my fiance. Yeah, so he's also been here, and we're meditating together as a family, which has been really nice. He doesn't have as much of a background, but he's learning quite fast. He's from Australia, but he's learning quite quickly too, which is enjoying. He can already do the half lotus. So
good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Nice talking to you.
Good to speak to you.
Thank you, Ajahn.
All right.
Ian has a question, I think.
No, I don't have a question. I think I'm so happy that my daughter could see you and talk to you. And thank you for the advice.
Thank you. Thank you, Ajahn.
You're welcome. I'll go to the other side of Canada now, to the west, Vancouver, Sri and Czech. Did you finish memorizing the Satipatthana Sutta yet? Not yet? When you're gonna submit your homework?
But no, I'm working on it. Yeah. But it's good. It's good. Yeah, at least I understand what you said, because at the same time memorize it, at the same time remind myself to be mindful. But the mind isn't that simple.
The mind is like a wild monkey. That's why.
Yeah.
It's very hard to tame.
Yeah. So at the same time memorizing it, but at the same time sometimes remind myself from the sutta, right? On, oh, okay, this moment, like Buddha was saying, like just be mindful of what we are doing. Is that what last time, Ajahn, like you use it as a reminder as well, or just
As a reminder, what is as a
being
reminder?
mindful, like on our body? I think that's what.
Well,
It's kind of
we see our mind likes to go everywhere else, running all over the place. Go to Bangkok, go to Paris, go to, so it can never be still. See, so it can never be happy. So if you want to make the mind happy, you have to make it still. So you have to stop it from wandering all over the world. Bring it back to here and now. Bring it back to your body or to your mantra. By meditating, by practicing mindfulness. And once you can still your mind, then you'll find another type of happiness, which is much better than all other kinds of happiness in the world. Better than winning a jackpot, a lottery jackpot.
yes.
So you have to keep on practicing mindfulness and also study the way to do it. That's why you have to memorize, study the four foundation of mindfulness. Especially the first part, the body part, the mindfulness part, the clear and comprehension on your body activities. Keep watching your body all the time, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Don't let your mind stray away from your body. Keep watching every step of your body activity. If you keep focusing, then you cannot go thinking about Bangkok or Paris or Sydney or anywhere else. And when you meditate, then you can still your mind, because it's not allowed to go anywhere. So when it's forced to be still, it will become still very easily. And when it becomes still, you have happiness. And by memorizing the sutta is one way of developing mindfulness, or preventing your mind from thinking about something else. Because when you have to memorize, you cannot think about other things, right? If you think about it, you forget, where are you now? Okay.
Yeah. No, it's helpful. Thank you, Tanan. I know I want to memorize, but then the thoughts come in and I can see it and then go back to memorize it again. It's like fighting with the thought. It's been so used to.
That's right. It means you don't have much mindfulness. You cannot control your mind to stick with your memorizing. Keep going away from what you tell it to do. So you'll never succeed in your meditation. Because as soon as you meditate, your mind will go running all over the place again. So you have to stop it from running all over the place and stay in one place, which is your meditation object. It can be your breath, it can be a mantra. If you can stay fixed with this object, then your mind can become still eventually. Then you'll find a jackpot, better than the lottery jackpot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Tajan.
No question from you, huh?
No question.
One more thing, Tajan. Let's say if I fight with this, like trying to memorize this, do we need like that for like Itipada, like Buddha mentioned to us, like there's to do things so that we can success?
Well, you need to push yourself. This is really exertion or diligence. And you have to have the desire to do it. If you have the desire to do it, then it will be easy, right? If you don't have the desire to do it, then it's very difficult to do anything. So you have to know what you will get from what you are doing. And if you know it's good for you, then you might want to do it. But if you don't know what you're gonna get from doing it, then you might not have the desire to do it. So do you have the fire or the desire to do this thing or not? To do mindfulness or not?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, yes.
You say yes, but you don't do it.
Small, the fire is small. This is a good desire, right?
Yes, it's chanta viriya. So you first have to know what is the reward if you do this thing, what you're gonna get from doing this. Once you know that it's the best thing you can get, better than anything else in the world, then you might want to, then you will have the fire, the desire to do it. But if you don't know what you're gonna get, then you say, I don't know what I'm gonna get from this thing. So you don't have the drive, the desire to do it. It's like buying a lottery ticket, right? When they have a big jackpot, everybody knows what they're gonna get. Everybody stand in line to buy the ticket, buy the lottery ticket. They have the chanta viriya to stand in line and buy the ticket. You have to have something like that with mindfulness. You have to have the desire to do mindfulness, the desire to stand in line so that you can get to do the mindfulness. But you don't have it. So you just keep pushing it away, kick it down the bucket, kick the bucket down the road. Maybe I'll do tomorrow. Or maybe I don't have time right now. I'm too busy. So you never get to do it. How many years now have you attend this meeting, and how many times have you been taught to do mindfulness? And you're still in the same place. You never go anywhere. So you have to do it, if you want to get anywhere. Like looking at the map, but never drive your car. Just watch the map and say, oh, from here I'll go there, from there I go there. But you stay in the house. Just keep looking at the map. It's like studying. You just keep studying, but you don't do it. If you don't do it, then you don't get to where you want to go. I think there was a story during the Buddha's time about an elderly monk, a well-learned monk. But he studied a lot of scripture. I think his name is called empty body. Empty body. Can you remember the name, Rob? Pia, empty body. You have to unmute again.
Yeah, he called him Chutta Podita, empty Podita.
Yeah, empty body. Yeah. He knows a lot of Dhamma, but they are scripture Dhamma, not practical Dhamma. Every time he sees this monk, he say, "Oh, you're empty. You have nothing."
Yeah.
Then he realized that he has to go practice. So he went and searched for an enlightened teacher to teach him. And eventually he found a novice to teach him, because no other monks want to teach him because he's an elderly monk. And you don't want to teach an old dog a new trick, you know.
Yeah.
So you send this old dog to a boy to teach the new tricks. And at first this novice didn't want to do it either. But then he was persuaded by the other monks that take him up as your student. So he did. But before he teach, he wants to test this student whether he really will follow his teaching. So he'll ask this other monk to do chores for him, wash his robe, washing his bowls, and do things like wade into the water to get something.
Yeah.
And halfway there, say, "Oh, I don't want it anymore. I changed my mind."
You have to dip in the pond, I think.
Yeah, right. To test his resolve, his what you call his faith in the teacher. And then he showed no sign of having any breach of faith. Then the novice eventually taught him the Dhamma. And after that, he became enlightened very, very quickly. See, I told you to recite, but you never recite, so how can I teach you anything else? Because everything I teach you, you don't do it anyway, right?
Starting to do it.
No, I'm just kidding, and don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good teaching. Yeah. At least to build the resolve, like resolution.
Yeah. If you have resolution, then you have the action to follow. Resolution without action is useless anyway. Resolution has to be followed by diligence. All right.
Thank you, Taja.
Thank you, Taja.
Okay. Go to Sulan now. Sulan from Singapore.
Hello, Ajahn. Nice to see you. Yeah,
Yes, good to see you too.
it's a very good Dhamma sharing that you answered to check. Yeah, and see.
Okay, so you're going to do more practice now?
Yeah, I will try to meditate after this session. Yeah, I remember that now that you say must have the desire to practice, then must then have the resolution, and then put in action, diligence, and
Can you meditate every day now?
I haven't not able to meditate.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Why not do it before you go to sleep? Make it a habit.
Mm.
Add this thing to your bucket list.
Mm. Okay, I will add it to my bucket list. Yeah.
I have to meditate every day from now on.
Yeah, I have to meditate every day from now on.
What's so hard about sitting for half an hour meditating? You can sit and watch a movie for 2 hours.
Yeah. I think I'm also quite frustrated with my mind. I was a bit scared that I sleep and then my mind want to get out of the sleep. Yeah.
Okay, any question?
Yeah, I'm listening in to hear Ajahn so that I can strengthen my motivation to meditate later.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Whoever will push you to do the practice eventually.
Yeah. Okay, I will meditate today.
Okay. Go to Belinda, who is in
Okay.
Badyan right now. Belinda.
Belinda from Ajaan, Chamburi.
Yes.
Ajaan, good to see you.
How do you enjoy your stay?
It's so good, the holiday, but in a wholesome way. Like for meditation, it's not so easy. Working my best also, I try to chant Itipiso, Bhagawa, even inside the chanting hall, meditation hall. Sometimes okay, sometimes not okay. Most of the time, the mind is active, Ajahn. Because of many friends around, new friends.
Okay, just keep on trying, putting in the effort as much as possible.
Chanda Viriya, is it?
Yes, Janta Virya. Focus on mindfulness, on my mindfulness object.
So when I listen to the Thai Dhammatalk, I try to focus on just like sound meditation, listening to the sound.
Yes,
Sometimes
you can use it as a meditation object. Even though if you don't understand what you're listening to, it's just it becomes like a mantra. Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. You say you heard Anicca Dukkha Anatta, right?
Yes. Yes. Actually, I'm trying to feel like what's the difference between looking at you now from the screen and I look at you this morning.
No different, right?
For an enlightened mind, there are different Ajahn. Until
but the essential is the same, right? You are able to communicate with me directly.
Yes, the Dhamma teaching is the same. But the sense contact when we share the same space is very much faster. Like when I look at Ajahn's eyes, it's very much faster, the speed, the sense contact. It's like that, I feel. But it is important to keep coming back to the mindfulness, so to connect deeply what Ajahn is teaching. Like that. So so an enlightened person, I would encourage people to meet Ajahn face to face. I encourage everyone to, if you any good condition, you can make it, please visit Ajahn when Ajahn is still here. Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you,
Okay,
Ajahn.
all right. Okay, we'll go to Kunjup for more questions now. Kunjup.
Namaskaran. We have this evening 9 questions so far, and the first 6 questions are from the assistant Gmail. Question 1 is from Chandy from Toronto. When mind starts to separate from body during meditation, does it feel like drowning or unable to breathe for some people?
I don't know. You have to you don't really have to know, actually. Just know what happens to yourself. Whatever happens, as long as the mind eventually becomes still, that's what you want. Before that, you might experience something like that, like having the last breath or something like that, before the mind enter into calm and leave the body alone.
Question 2, do people experience involuntary body movements during meditation?
Well, normally, when you meditate, if your mind becomes still, then the body has to be still also, because it's the mind that tells the body what to do. So I don't know. It's not important anyway. When you meditate, you only want to know about the mind and not about the body. You want to forget about the body and just concentrate on the mind. Make sure that it becomes still.
Question 3 from Chandy. Is there a specific way I should place my palms together, such as 2 tips of thumbs touching?
Can you hear me now? raise your hand. Okay. Somehow the thing just went blank for a few seconds. Okay, you
Yes.
can continue.
Yes. Question 3, is there a specific way I should place my palms together, such as 2 tips of thumbs touching?
Not really. There's no fixed formula on this. You can put your palm anywhere you like.
Question 4, sorry.
Go ahead.
Question 4 is from Sabi from Sri Lanka. I read instances when arahants like Ajahn Mahabua or Michi Gao passed away, some of their relics turned into crystal after cremation. Can you explain how the earth element turned into crystal? Is there any connection with the length of time period of one's arahantship?
Yes, I think an arahant has a pure mind, see? And the pure mind is the factor that purifying the bone into crystal. So the longer you become an arahant before you die, then the more likelihood that your some parts of the bone will become crystallized. But if your arahantship only briefly and you die, your bone might not have enough time to be purified by the pure mind. So you might not have any crystal in the bone, on the bones.
The next 2 questions are from Samanji. Question 5, can the advancement of modern technology affect one's karma? For instance, suppose a baby is born with a health condition that prevents him from leading a normal life. That is obviously due to a bad karma that he had committed during his past births. But thanks to surgical intervention, he is fully recovered. Thus, he was able to overcome his past bad karmic consequences thanks to modern technology. Could you explain the role of modern technology in mitigating one's bad karmic consequences?
Well, it's just your interpretation of it, really, which we don't know really whether this modern technology can mitigate the bad karma or not. So I don't know how to answer this question really.
Question 6, similarly, the commonly held view is that the advancement of medicine makes people live longer and better. What is the Buddhist explanation? What is the role of one's karma in this context on advancement of medicine that makes people live longer and better?
Well, there are people who live longer better without the advancement of medicine. There's another theory that you live longer because your mind is purer, has more moral. Then your body tends to live longer than an immoral person, because an immoral person probably drinks and take drugs. So this affects the body, cause the body to die sooner.
The next questions are from Facebook, and there are 3 from Aun. Hi, Bante. 1, how to prove the insight of the 3 characteristics of existence when in practice meditation?
Prove one at a time, like your body. Prove that your body is impermanent. Can you see the impermanence in your body? Can you see the change in your body from birth to death? This is constantly changing the body. See, this is impermanent. Anatta, you cannot stop this process of change in the body. If you want to stop it from changing, then you get dukkha or stress, because you not stop the process of aging, sickness, and death.
The next question from Aun. Can Ajahn explain more details about the 6 elements?
Well, I don't have any detail really, because there's no detail to explain. They're just elements. They're water element, solid, liquid is considered to be water. Anything liquid. Anything solid is considered to be earth element. Anything that is hot is considered to be the fire element. And anything that blows like the wind is considered to be the wind element. And anything that can think or feel or know, that's called the knowing element. Anything that is empty is called space element. So that's what they are.
And the next question is the last question, and it's from Aun. Can meditator who practice diligently in Samma Sati and Samma Samadhi will get dementia when old age?
Shouldn't be. If you have mindfulness, then mindfulness you will always know what you're doing at all times.
That is all, Ka.
Okay. All right, we have some more time left. If anybody would like to add or say anything, you're welcome to raise your hand and unmute your microphone. Okay, Pia.
So the question I have is about fear. Now, sometimes, I mean, when we practice, I guess the meditation, we are training our mind to time of death, how to release, how to manage your mind at time of death. I guess that's the most important moment in our lives, not birth, as a time of death. So what are these fears? The people like attachment? I think Buddha talks about 4 fears: attachment to sensual desires. You're going to lose everything you've been enjoying. So that's one fear. The second fear is you're losing the people around you, like your children, your, whatever, you're enjoying, children, especially the loved ones. The third fear is we don't know what's going to happen after that. And the fourth one is the one who has not practiced Dhamma. So I think what predominates, I think it depends on the training, your own training, right? I mean, if you have given up sensual desires, that fear is no longer there. You have renunciated the attachment to whoever the relatives, parents are, is gone. So I guess when you practice Dhamma, you know what's going to happen. Your mind is clear, right? So is that how you get rid of fear, by the practice itself, like makes you the fearless?
That's right. When you see the truth, that there's no self in anything, and that there's no happiness in this world for you to go after, and you renunciate the world. So it's like dying right there. Once renunciation is done, an active dying. Dying before you die, when you renunciate.
That's true.
Because then it doesn't matter whether you live or you die. It doesn't matter, because you don't rely on your body to get things from the world anymore. Because you can have a spiritual happiness there. And you know that what will happen to you when you die. You know that what you have, what you are will not change. If you're happy, you will always be happy.
No, it continues.
Yeah, goes on.
So the fear causes like the anger, whatever, that is the part of like a bad kind of destination, because you either you don't know, or your doubt or fear can make you into a bad destination, like in the negative thoughts, if it comes up at the last minute.
Not necessarily. I think it's your bad karma. Your total sum of your bad karma will be the one to put you into the bad state of existence. Not just your last bad thought only.
So the bad thought is like the driver in the bus, but once everyone gets off the bus, those are the good or bad karma. So that'll play a major role.
Yeah, because in Sri Lanka, when we grew up, like they put a lot of emphasis on the last thought.
Yeah.
Like Chutisita, they said the last thought is the one which governs everything. And I always used to worry because Ajaan, I mean, you do so much dana, sila, bhavana, but just because of the last thought, like, so, I mean, even if the last thought takes you somewhere, all the other good karma will again take you to the proper destination.
I think this is a misunderstanding because your last thought is usually the sum total of your karma, your good or bad karma.
Yes.
Okay.
You cannot just create your last thought.
That's
good thought at the time of death. It's
That's
actually
true.
the summation of your good or bad karma. So you have good karma, your last thought will be good thought. Don't worry. If you did a lot, if your sum total is bad karma, then your last thought will be bad thought.
Yeah, sum total. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
So don't worry, just keep doing good karma right now, so that your sum total will be good karma. And when that happens, then your last thought will be good thought. I'm going to Nibbana. Bye bye, everybody. That's what the Buddha said. Bye bye.
Yeah.
I'm going to Nibbana.
Yeah, it's time to go. Yes.
Yeah, that's the sum total of his good karma. See?
Yes.
He only did good karma. And he didn't do any bad karma. So how could he think about bad thoughts?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
People want to take the easy way out. Say, I'll just wait for my last thought. When I'm gonna die alone, I'm only gonna think about good things. You cannot. You've been
you can't trick
doing
the
bad
mind.
thing.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, whatever you keep doing, that's which will prop up even at the last moment.
Yeah, your habits.
That's right. Habits. Push it. If you keep drinking coffee, you want to keep on wanting to drink coffee even on your last breath. Can I have some coffee before I go?
Can I have a glass of whiskey?
Yeah, whatever that you used to. That's why they have the last wish. That's why they have the last wish for those who are on death row, right? Once you want to have your last meal.
I know. That's why Buddha categorically said the fifth precept, stay away from.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. I think you're right that I think the Sri Lankan, maybe there is a cultural thing, put more emphasis on the last thought. As you say, the summation, the sum of everything at the end of the day. I think that matters.
I agree with that. Everyday actions.
Okay. Your daughter wants to join?
No, she went to the dentist and came back.
But I said, I agree with that. It's your everyday thoughts and actions, right? So
Yeah, everyday thoughts and actions are important.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. I think Stalin raised your hand, right? Stalin, go ahead and unmute your microphone. Can you unmute your microphone?
Regarding that last thought thing, the Buddha said that if a tree is grows up leaning towards the left side, and when you cut that tree is going to fall onto the left side, not onto the right side.
That's right.
So similarly, if your training is with the Dhamma, you will the last thought will also be attached to the Dhamma.
That's right.
Personally, I know that. Because I have gone through a feeling like that. And the second thing regarding your fear of death is because you are clinging on to this view of a person. The personality view, as long as you're holding tightly to that, then you are afraid of death. But if you believe that there is no person here, but is there to die. So therefore, even if somebody tells, hey, you have a cancer, in 6 months, you are going to die. So what? There's nobody to die. So why should you be afraid of? At least that's the way I look at it.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you for your comment. All right.
No, I don't have any questions today. Again, I just wanted to pay respects to you. And last time you gave us a lot of information, and I will continue to practice and improve.
You sit here. Sit on chair. Sit on the chair.
Yeah.
Okay, you have no question then.
No, I have no questions. I just wanted to pay respects to you.
Okay, thank you.
I will keep on practicing. You gave us a
Yes.
lot of information last time. So yeah, I will continue to practice.
Okay, mindfulness. That's the
Yes.
most important part of the practice is mindfulness.
Right. I have found out being mindful, you understand a lot and make fewer mistakes than when you used to do things not being mindful.
That's right. Because you are careful. Careful is like is mindful. It's the same
Right.
word. It means the
Yeah.
same thing.
I
Do things
I
carefully.
I enjoy not having to respond the way I used to, each time something that I don't like, I come across, we automatically try to defend ourselves and respond. So I have learned not to do that anymore. So that's a great help. Being mindful is the key.
Yeah, let go. You let go everything.
Right. So that's a great, that's how you keep the mind peaceful and calm. And you see the Buddha's teaching, how important it is to have a Buddha's teaching guiding you in your daily life too.
Yes, good, very good. Keep on practicing then, okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Anybody else would like to ask more questions? You're welcome. Okay, Sulan, you raise your hand.
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn. My question is, just now you mentioned about like you need to know the results of the practice, then it will generate the desire to practice. Then I was wondering like for Brahma Viharas that the Buddha taught, when we think about the Brahma Viharas, is it that we should think about like in its perfect state, which is during the meditative state, that is what we should aim for?
Can you repeat again? I cannot quite understand what you say.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So my question is that you mentioned that in order to generate the desire to practice, we should know what is the outcome that we'll get or the fruits that we will get from practicing it. So in the same train of thought, for the Brahma Viharas that the Buddha taught, should we then think of it as the fruits from practicing Brahma Viharas is the 4 meditative states?
That's right. That's right. The 10 benefits you get from practicing metta is you live happily, sleep whether you sleep or awake, you're happy. You'll be loved by everybody. When you see the reward from what you get, then makes you want to have the incentive to do that practice. It's like when you go apply for a job, you want to know the salary first of all, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you don't know the salary, then you might not want to go and apply for the job.
Oh.
So you have to know the benefit that you get from what you do.
That's true.
If you practice meditation, you'll get to Nibbana. That's the benefit. See? But the problem is you don't know what Nibbana is. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So the Nibbana is anything that's the best type of happiness. The Buddha said the supreme happiness is Nibbana. Nibbanang palamang sukhang. So you want to have supreme happiness, then you have to practice meditation. So do you have the inspiration now to meditate every day? So you
Yeah.
get to Nibbana. You'll get to the supreme happiness.
Yes, supreme happiness. Hope that I can get it one day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn. Very well said.
Well, looks like nobody have any more questions. I think it's almost time for us to call this meeting to an end for today. Thank you for your participation. I hope this meeting can benefit you and help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please be safe, be mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
สาธุเจ้าค่ะ
Thank you, Kang Ajahn. Thank you. Thank you, admin.
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you, admin. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.